Welcome back. Well, yes, as you've seen there, we've got His Excellency Umar Namadi, Governor of Jigawa State, here with us. Good morning. Thank you for coming on, Your Excellency.
Morning, John. How are you?
Well, fine, thank you.
Good.
So, from security, I mean, it does affect everything. Both food security, the ability of farmers to get to the farms. Even if they get minimum wage, it will amount to nothing if they can't make the most of it. So we'll start from then on and then dovetail into some of the other areas. You were in that particular meeting, and then your submissions too were duly noted. But in terms of solutions, I mean, we have persons who came here and told us categorically that Jigawa State had a template which they executed, still executing. Your predecessors came up with that, and they thought that if that were applied, the Northwest could have been or may have been a lot more secure than it is now. But first of all, give us your general impression about what you think of the challenge of security in Northwest region.
Well, thank you very much, John. I think, like you said, just last week, we were in, this week, sorry, we were in Katsina, and we were able to bring all the stakeholders to discuss issue of security in the Northwest. A lot of papers presented, and a lot of discussions were held to just throw out what are the major issues, what are the root causes of these problems, and what are we going to do to solve these problems. Well, generally, to us, the belief is that the security challenges in the Northwest is not something that has started just now. So many factors has contributed to the security challenges, and most of the ones identified were the issue of poverty. Poverty is real in the region. People are really poor, and the means of livelihood becoming difficult. Two, also the issue of injustice. Injustice in the sense that, look, every citizen should be treated equally, whether you are Fulani, whether you are Hausa, whether you are Kanuri, whether you are whatever you are. You have equal space, and you have equal opportunity within the region to do what you want to do, as long as it's lawful. This also has been identified as one of the reasons. Also, in addition, as governors or as leaders, we need also to be accountable to the people. Accountable in the sense that whatever we are doing, it should be honest, it should be frank and open. Everybody will see what we are doing. And once that is done, and also try to carry the people, because we are there to serve the people. So leaders should be able to see that people are appreciating what they are doing. Though it's difficult to appreciate, but when you do it your best, you know you have done your best. So your conscience will tell you, yes, you are on the right track, or you are not on the right track. So the leaders must imbibe that kind of culture also. And additionally is the fact that carry everybody along. Security is everybody's business. Everybody's business in the sense that, okay, kinetic, yes, is important, but non-kinetic can be more effective, because non-kinetic can be preventive. So once it is preventive, that means you'll be able to stop it from happening. So carry everybody along, the traditional rulers, the ulamas, all that are responsible, carry them along to ensure that whatever, because you are serving the people, so everybody should be involved in the decision-making process.
Well, I do know that when you did, thank God this was transmitted live, usually a report doesn't do justice to, all the matters that happen at an event, because it usually has to be compressed. But when you spoke at that particular event, you also traced the root causes of the current insecurity as being experienced in the northern region of Nigeria. You mentioned poverty, illiteracy, the wide gaps between the rich and the poor, injustice, etc. And I'm wondering, I mean, considering how aware you are of the depth of the problem and the root causes of the problem, what are you doing? What are your thoughts to how those things can be reversed and how the problems can actually be attacked from the root instead of the surface solutions we seem to be coming up with?
Well, exactly. And that is why when we came in Jigawa State, we came in with our 12-point agenda. And that 12-point agenda involved a lot. Human capital is one of the major issues major part of the 12-point agenda, because you need to ensure that you have reduced the level of poverty. The resources for Jigawa State should be enjoyed by all the people in Jigawa State. So you have to make sure that these resources goes round. And that is exactly what we did. When we came in, the first thing we did, we put an agency of, particular agency of youth employment and empowerment. This is an agency we consider very, very important, because we felt that, okay, the youth are the large number. About the total population of Jigawa State, from the estimate, is about 35% of the population of Jigawa State are under the youth category. So if you didn't take care of this number, then it means you know that you'll be sitting on a gunpowder. So because of that, we set up that agency. And not only that we set up the agency, we try to find an independent source of finance for the agency. And so far, so good. I think with what we have done within the last 1 year is quite visible, in the sense that we were able to empower about 78,000 people, youth, along the line. So, and that has given us a very good hope that, okay, again, we realize that Jigawa State is an agrarian state. As an agrarian state, agriculture is the mainstay of the economy. And if we want to be sincere to ourselves, the only way we can provide means of livelihood to everybody, it's not a white-collar job. So we decided to give a lot of priority to agriculture. And that means not only giving it priority, also try to sensitize youth to see agriculture as a business. It's a business and means of livelihood. And I think we thank God that at least we were able to make a inroad. The first thing we did, we reviewed our agricultural policy to incorporate those things that we felt will drive the process. And then after that, we introduced so many policies around the agricultural value chain. We feel that, okay, there is need for us to assist our people so that they can go into farming, and then they will see it as a business. The first thing we did, we realized that input and finances are the major problems that hinders people to go into farming in most cases. So what we did is, okay, we try to provide input on a subsidy level. That is the first attempt.
To subsidize farmers?
Yes. We provide input at the subsidy. For example, the first subsidy we did when we bought fertilizer, when it was running at 21,000 naira, we sold it to the farmers at 16,000. And that has, and not only that, that is not only the important thing. Providing subsidy is one thing, and for the product at a subsidized rate to reach the farmers or to reach the target audience is another thing. So what we did is, after providing the subsidy, we put in a strong committee. That committee ensures that that fertilizer did not leave Jigawa State boundary. It did leave Jigawa State boundary.
Was it leaving before? People were smuggling it?
Of course, certainly if subsidy, once you do subsidy, now the merchant will come and bought it at subsidized rate and then go and sell it at a higher rate. So we, being fully aware of that, we ensure that the fertilizer did not leave the boundary of Jigawa State. We thank the security agencies, they have assisted us, and the committee has worked very well. And not only that, it didn't leave the boundary of Jigawa State, the fertilizer really reached the people at the grassroots. Some of the comments we had, the report we received, that there was never a time fertilizer has reached to the downtrodden like that time. So after that, that has helped us to boost farming along that line. Now also, apart from that, we try as much as possible to encourage, to get our extension officers now to talk to the farmers, try to help them, see what they can do, and then try to give them the best practices. And that has really helped to boost production. Now, relying on that, when the federal government and the African Development Bank now come up with the wheat production program.
Dry season farming. I know that your state was mentioned as one of the states participating in the dry season farming.
So when the Nigeria was given 120,000 hectares, Jigawa State alone, we were given 40,000 hectares.
40,000 hectares?
Yes. And we took the challenge. We took the challenge because we felt that we have the people, we have the land, and our people have the experience. So federal government gave 50% subsidy. So when we sat down, we said, oh, look, 50% subsidy means about 180,000 naira for a complete package of 1 hectare of land. So it means you need, and the condition is that a farmer must pay the balance of 180,000 naira before he was able to collect those subsidies and enjoy the subsidy. So when we look at it, you say, look, our people may not have the financial capacity at this now with this kind of situation, the economic situation in this country. They may not be able to afford to pay 180,000 on the support and collect this. So what do we do? So our government, we say, look, let's talk to NASEL. We call them, we say, look, we have this package. We are not telling you to just guarantee these people. We take the responsibility as government. So NASEL guarantee, and then our people ask, okay, look, but don't give them also another 100%. What we do, ask them to pay 25% at the point of collection, and we will come in with the balance of 75% of the 50%.
Okay.
And that's what we did. And that has boosted wheat production in Jigawa. From the 40,000 we are given, we went ahead to do about 55,000.
Could you tell us about, because one of the challenges a lot of people have identified as to why we have food shortage, and it may get worse, is inability of farmers to go to farms as a result of these killings that happen, herders and things like that. What exactly did Jigawa State do to ensure that that issue doesn't come up in the state?
Well, first of all, I think we need to thank God for the fact that God has protected Jigawa State from this kind of insecurity, and for all these years. And I think we happen to be one of the safest states in this country today. So, but we are not saying, like I said, we also have our share of concerns. We have also our share of concern. Because in Jigawa State, there are two local governments. These two local governments are also, these two local governments alone, if you allow them, they can feed Jigawa State because of their potential and the land and all the things they have. But unfortunately, for the last 25 years, these people could not go to the farm.
25 years?
Yes. Because, why? Every year, a farmer will come and plant his crop. It will go to the level, certain level. Overnight, the shaders will come and clear the farm. And fighting will start, killing people every year. 10 people, 20 people killed. At a point...
Who you said who come?
Herders.
The herders?
Yes. So you plant your crop, it will grow. Overnight, they will come and clear the farm.
So it was a deliberate destruction?
It was deliberate destruction, actually. Deliberate destruction. But like I said, deliberate in the sense like something like revenge. Yeah, the herders felt, okay, they don't have, their cattle route has been taken over, their grazing reserve has been taken over, their watering facilities. So because they felt this is an injustice and they need to take a revenge. So because of that, when we came in, we felt, because of what was happening, farmers now decided they will not even go to, what the little money you have, hold it. When it is harvesting time, go and buy what you can eat. So their farm they cannot access their farm, because if you go there, you'll be killed, or you can grow the crop to a certain level and then it will be cleared. So it's better you hold the little money you have, so that during harvest you can buy it, and then, and that is has been a very big problem. So when we came in, we realized that, okay, look, this is an issue and it has been long. Let's try our best. It may be the God's time to solve this problem. Maybe we will be the people that are anointed by God to solve this problem. So we call all the stakeholders. We talk to the traditional rulers. We talk to all the farmers. We talk to all the headers. First of all, we talk to the Emirate Council. Look, we need to solve this problem.
Was this during your tenure or before, while you were also a deputy governor?
No, this tenure. This when I became a governor.
Okay.
So we talk to the traditional rulers, and luckily enough, the Emir of Hadejia gave us all the support and instructed all the traditional institutions to support the process. So what we did, we called all the headers, we call all the farmers. Each one we call them, discuss with them personally, independently. We lock the room and tell them, look, what is the problem in that place? Just let us know. Tell you, whatever you said, you are free. Nobody will charge you to court. Nobody will hold you responsible for what you have said. Even if you accuse somebody, he will not know that you accuse him. Just tell us what is the problem. And fortunately for us, these people open up. Even identifying 1, 2, 3, 4 people are the major problem. When we bring the headers also, we did that, the same thing to them. They say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people are the problems. Because if these people are there, They are the one instigating the Fulani. They are the one instigating the farmers. So what we did is, okay, the Emir of Hadejia gave us a district head, which is the head of Fulani in the emirate. Then we appointed him the chairman of the committee. We brought 5 people from the farmers. We brought 5 people from the headers. Those that were identified as the major cause of the problem, we put them together. When we put them together, we asked them to, okay, we as a government are determined to solve this problem. And you be the vehicle to be used to solve these problems. We need an undertaking from you that this problem will be solved.
Mm. Well, Your Excellency,
issues started coming up.
Right.
One of the farmers stood up and said, no. He pointed out somebody, if this man is in this committee, I will not be part of this committee. Why will you not be part of this committee? Are you not from the same place? No, I will not be. So these things started dragging. I said, but is there any other objection from this one? They said, no, they are ready to work together. But this guy insisted he will not. I said, it is you that you don't want to do? I said, let me tell you. I said, you know I'm the governor and I'm chief security officer of this place. If you are not ready to work with this committee, that means today you are not going back to your house. I said, call the commissioner of police. I said, take him. That means you are the problem. So go, keep him there with you until we finish this program. When people have started going their farms and when things normality, he will come back. When the commissioner of police took him for 3 days, the man started saying, no, he's ready to join the committee. When I told him, I said, what is your problem that you don't want to work with this man? What is your problem with him? He said, no, the man doesn't like me. I said, no, but today everybody likes everybody, all of you. So let's work together and see. At the end of it, the guy agreed that he would work. To cut the story short, at the end of it, this committee, we give them all the logistics, we give them all the support, and the security agencies also give them all the support. And at least I would have time, at least a week, either I will go there, or the secretary to the government will go there, or the deputy governor will go there. Somebody will go there, or the emir will go there. So they give a moral booster to the committee. And they started working. And by God's grace, we have started seeing problem. If any header coming along the line, they will stop him. They say, look, we have agreed to sit to be well. Nobody should come here. So they took care of their own problems by themselves. And to cut the story short, at least for the last 2 farming seasons, people grew their crop, harvested their crops, and nobody was killed.
So is it such that even if another person comes in as governor, is this approach sustainable?
Well, the committee is now a standing committee. We have made it a standing committee, and it's working. You see, the essence is that these people are the problems. And when you ask them to solve the problem by themselves and give them all the support, and you show seriousness, so that anybody who is not ready to solve this problem, 1 person or 2 persons or 3 people cannot be an impediment to achieving this.
So I'm just trying to find out, so if they were identified as a problem, was it that security couldn't identify that these people are the problems? And if they, assuming they did identify them, if they had arrested them, would they have solved the problem?
No, the issue is, John, it's not that the security people that identify the problem. You know, in our meeting with the people, the same people identify that these are the problem. When I met with the farmers pointed out among the headers, A, B, C, D are the problems. When you met with the headers, they also identify farmers as A, B, C, D among the farmers are the problem. So we brought those people and formed them into a committee. It's not the security agencies that identify them, it's the people themselves that identify them.
So what was the solution? Is it that, did they give herders a particular place to graze or don't cross somebody's farm? Because those are the basic issues.
No, that is one. Now when we are able to achieve this, we have now come up with a policy. In fact, Jigawa said, we thank all the first leaders have done their best. It is in Jigawa said we have an agency, Farmers and Herdsmen Board, a particular agency. So what we did now, we set up a standing committee under the chairmanship of the Secretary to the State Government, with the Commissioner of Land as a co-chair. And all the stakeholders, the Miete Allah, the capital Hori, all the stakeholders, the farmers and everybody. This committee is now going around, identify this is a grazing reserve. A grazing reserve by law and gazetted. This is a cutting route. Demarcate it. Even if you are farming, no, please, this is a grazing reserve, and by law you should not go there and farm. So now we are all identifying all the grazing reserve and demarcating them. Okay. We are identifying all the cattle routes and demarcating them. And we are talking to the farmers, look, don't enter this. And we're also talking to the Fulanis. They should understand the difference between a grazing reserve and a forest reserve. That is one major issue. A forest reserve belongs to the government. And government has a right to allocate that forest reserve as farmland to everybody, both the Fulani and the farmers. But a grazing reserve is purely for the Fulanis, for the herders to graze their cattle. A cattle route is purely for the herders, where their cattle will pass to go to one place to drink water, or come back, go back to their houses. So you cannot touch those areas, because touching these areas means causing problem. So those areas cannot be seen as a farmland. And we put that one is now a law in Jigawa State. If you farm, even if you go grow your crop to certain level in a grazing reserve or in a cattle route, we will demolish it.
But Your Excellency,
we want to make sure that everybody is given his equal right. And that exactly has helped us a lot. And we are working on that seriously, and we are very, very serious on that.
Well, Your
That's a
Excellency,
very tricky one.
My apologies.
Especially the Senate tried to intervene in the matter, and they had this big conversation. As a governor, when you saw that, what did you think?
Well, we saw that, okay, that means we are on track. What we are doing is right. Because the question is, as long as you didn't give everybody his own fair share, and in most cases, if you come to give out what you call the forest reserve, you see Fulani settlement around the area. This is a forest reserve, and these Fulani are settling around this area. When you come to give the forest reserve, consider these people, they're also an indigenous of the state. But you come and give it all to the farmers, and these people will not be given. So the next thing is, overnight they will ask their animals to go into those farms. But now the strategy you have done is this. If we are giving a forest reserve to farmers, this part, certain level of kilometers away, will also be given to the Fulani as their own farm.
Yeah, why I'm asking is this, because some people do not think that what has worked in Jigawa State, for instance, and some parts of the north will not work in some other parts of the south, owing to population explosion, development, cities being built, etc., and the fact that land is very scarce. So in those kinds of places, what would you advise? Do you think that a national solution can work?
Well, you see, the issue of land is a very serious issue because of our population explosion, population growth, and even those of us that are talking of land now, is becoming a very scarce commodity because population is growing, and people are moving out from their inherited family house to get another land to build. Also, they need another farm from the inherited land for farming is too small for the family, so you need more. So the issue of land is an issue that all we need to do in that case is try to improve the fertility of the once existing land we have.
All right.
Improving the fertility means trying to see how you can. The issue now is because of the scarcity of land, the issue of allowing land to go fallow for fertility improvement cannot work again. Cannot work again. So the essence is, how do we now improve the degraded land, bring them back to life, so that they can be fertile, and then we can grow crops on them. Before
we go on to this other, my colleague will come in a bit to ask you to follow up on this matter, but let me ask you this quick. What is your position, Jigawa State's position, on the minimum wage?
Well, the issue of minimum wage, Jigawa's position is, we all agreed at the Governors Forum that each state should negotiate with their workers and will pay according to their abilities. Because the issue is, even what is taken up presently, where there's a central committee involving the state and the federal government to negotiate for the minimum wage, I don't think it's only because of the magnanimity of the president. The president can wake up and say, have announced so much as a minimum wage. And each state should go and negotiate according to their ability. Because what I believe in sustainability. Because the essence is that if you come and offer a worker a salary that you cannot be able to sustain it, then what is the essence of giving? As we are talking today, there are some states that are not able to pay the 30,000 minimum wage.
But Jigawa is paying?
Of course we have paid.
How much can Jigawa afford?
Well, depending on what the negotiation has thrown, and looking at our force, looking at the income that is coming to and looking also the competing needs of the income. So because we are talking of 7 million people, okay, and we are talking of a working class of less than 100,000. So the working class are very important. The civil service is very important because they are engine room. They drive all the process. If they are not there, you cannot do anything. So at least you need them to pay them a living wage. But what we need to understand, if all the 7 million people plus 100,000 are going to the same market.
What will you be offering?
Well, certainly we cannot say what we can be offering because it's a matter of negotiation.
There's already a figure out for Jigawa State.
No, Jigawa have not agreed on the figure. Jigawa have not agreed on any figure because we have not even started the negotiation.
Are you negotiating with government, labor, or waiting for government to come up before you?
No, but the practice we have in Jigawa State is we put a tripartite committee, including the labor, the stakeholders, and then work together and agree on a figure. The last minimum was 30,000. I chaired the committee when I was the deputy governor. I chaired the committee and drive the process. So we are going to do the same thing in Jigawa again.
Ayo.
Thank you, Chimele. Well, Your Excellency, perhaps one of the things that might be comforting for a number of people would be, what else is Jigawa State willing to offer to the workers in the event that whatever minimum wage you agree with is not satisfactory to labor?
Well, like I said earlier, in Jigawa State we have a practice. The practice is that once a minimum wage has been agreed, then we'll go back to the state and sit down with all the stakeholders, the NLSC, all the members, the TUC, and everybody, and all the stakeholders, the head of service, director salaries, everybody, and then we come and start negotiating, then we agree on a figure, and then we announce a minimum wage. Like I said, the last 30,000 minimum wage, that was I chaired the committee when I was a deputy governor, and we were able to agree and then come up with a figure.
No,
so
Your
the same
Excellency,
thing today, this time, once it's finalized, we are going to set up a committee involving all the stakeholders, and we negotiate based on the resources available, on the reality. We tell them what is reality. We are open to them, everything they can see it, and then we agree on a figure. That is sustainable.
I understand that, Your Excellency. My apologies. I understand that, but I mean, just in case Labour says whatever is agreed after all of the negotiation you talked about, what kind of incentives can balance it? Because just as you very well know, no amount of money will be enough for everybody. For instance, I know that it is legal. Just a second, sir. I know that it is legal, for instance. I mean, talking about the issue that we were addressing the other time of agriculture, that civil servants are allowed to farm. In fact, I think there is a state who has said, look, they have certain designated dates for the civil servants and workers in government to go and farm, and another part of the food security plan. So is that something that Jigawa State is also considering, to give the workers some other incentives other than just cash in the event that it's not enough?
Certainly. Now, presently, the last State Executive Council, we have agreed that, okay, we are going to set up some sort of cooperative shops all over the state for the workers to buy food at a subsidized price. And that we have gone far, and we are going to set up this, we are going to sell all the basic needs, and we'll give it to the farmers, to the workers at a subsidized price. We are working with the technology to ensure that you didn't buy more than what you needed. And then there should be a cap on what you will do. So the committee is working on that, and I'm sure by the time we roll out that, it will also serve as also another incentive to the workers. In addition to that, the Jigawa State also Executive Council have approved that, okay, all the state workers already, we have enrolled people, we have opened a portal, people have registered, shown interest, that farmers that want to go for farming. And as at today, I think currently we We have almost about 40,000 people have shown interest that they want to go venture into farming. And what we will do as a government, we will support them with the input, we will support them also with a small working capital. We have done the costing. If you are going to do a hectare of rice, this is what it will cost you. So we'll give you input of this much, and we will give you working capital for this much. If you are going for sorghum, if you are going for millet, if we have done that, we have concluded that arrangement. And workers have shown interest that they are going into farming, and the government is ready to fund it. But we are giving it as a loan so that we can recover it over time. And that will allow any worker to do that two times a year, during the dry season and during the wet season. That also will serve an incentive. Our idea on this is not only to serve an incentive to the workers, but also to help us reduce competition in the market. If we have about 58,000 of our workers that they can grow what they can eat within the year, that has reduced the pressure on the market, and that will also help us to stabilize prices in our market.
Well, Your Excellency, still on this agriculture bit, I am aware that Jigawa State is one of those the first few states benefiting from the special agro-industrial processing zone of the Africa Development Bank. How far with that project? How does that play in all of this? The challenge here that I'm seeing is that some people working in government with the opportunity and privilege, might take undue advantage and, take undue advantage to themselves first before opening it up. How is Jigawa State insulating the influence of workers, especially when it's supposed to be a government-backed and private sector-driven project?
Well, in the first instance, Jigawa State is not yet in the special agro-processing zone, but we have applied, we have indicated interest. We hope the next batch of state that will be a role, Jigawa State will be part of it. And I want to assure you that as long as we are enjoying it, we have been a role in it, Jigawa State, who are good in due process, will make sure that those that are targeted are those that benefited from it. That is something that we are identified with, and we will continue to do that.
I know that you also mentioned a number of crops that Jigawa State is good at. For those who are not in Jigawa State right now and who are listening to you, and I'm sure you also want investors to come into the state, what are the opportunities there for the people?
Well, Jigawa State is, like I said, is endowed with a lot of opportunities, especially in agricultural value chain. And that is why we have what we call Invest Jigawa, an independent agency for the promotion of investment. And also you have to understand that Jigawa State is second in ease of doing business in this country. That shows that we have structures, we have an enabling environment for investors to come. So, but like I said, based on our experience, now we have land that we can give people for business, for investment, you can come. But we have now reviewed our land policy. The land policy this time is, you are coming, we are going to give you land on lease. If you are putting a factory, okay, we are giving you a land on lease for 2 years. But 2 years, if we have seen progress in what you told us, what we have agreed to do, then we will issue you with a certificate of occupancy, with the right of occupancy. But if you are going for farming, then we'll give you a land for lease for more than 2 years, for almost 5 years. Let's see what impact you are making to the people of Jigawa State. What are you doing? Is that farming you are doing making a lot of impact? Is the money circulating within the system? Are you doing how to grow a scheme to help our farmers? Are you imparting a new technology to our farmers? Once we are able to establish that, they will grant you right of occupancy. Otherwise, on these 2 occasions, if you are not doing what is right, the run automatically revert to the government.
Your Excellency, you've been in the saddle for about a year now. You were deputy governor, so you probably already understand how the system works. How has it been for you? What are the challenges that you would say has come up? And how easy is it to collaborate with the federal government, given all the calls that the federal government has been making about collaborating with them for the development of the state and Nigeria?
Well, to be sincere with you, I think governance is not something that is easy. If you really want to do it seriously, it's not a bed of roses. It's a serious business. Well, being a deputy governor, of course, I had some experience that really assisted me because I had a very good relationship with my boss. So at a point, I've been exposed to so many things. So what I'm doing is something that I have also tried it before. But it is not the same as deputy governor and governor, no. Their difference is very, very clear. As a governor, everything stop on your table. You need to take hard decisions where it is necessary, and you need to do something that will, and always every day you need to think, what can you do to ensure that you have helped these people? We are always in the field. We have seen the level of poverty. We have seen the level where people are, the need of the people. So you are always the staff, 24 hours thinking of what can you do to improve the life of your people.
Just before we go, as you wind down, Your Excellency, could you tell us, does Jigawa State have a social register upon which you can distribute properly, whether it's palliatives or anything whatsoever?
Well, I think, yes, we have a social register, and let me tell you even, the World Bank will tell you on the issue of the NKS program. If the NKS program we are doing in Jigawa, we have a social register.
Not a political one that your supporters are the ones that fill the list.
Not at all. We have a standing committee for targeting in Jigawa, as we are talking today, targeting what those that are supposed to be. These people will go into the hinterland. If you see some of the videos, you see them at a point, they will reach a stage where the car will not go there. They will drop and go and meet the people. And what we are doing, if you go there, okay, we have 100 support that we give to this community. This 100 support may not cover everybody in this community because that community is targeted. But you people know who is the most needy among you. So the people will now say, A, B, C, D. If all agree that, okay, we take these people 100. If they say, no, I need, say, okay, do balloting. We will put 100, yes. We'll put another 100, if they are 200. 100 yes, 100 no.
Okay.
Everybody should pick. And that's how we target people. So that is exactly what we are doing. So our social register, even the ones we have, there is a genuine social register that takes care of, and it's not the state government that has done it, we all involve the stakeholders.
All right. All right, Your Excellency, Umar Namadi, Governor of Jigawa State, thank you very much indeed for your time here today.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the time, and I think I really enjoy the discussions.
Yeah, we hope, we wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
The state as well.
Thank you so much.
So that is it with His Excellency, but don't worry, Business Morning on Sunrise today comes up now.